Yeah.
This is the first time I'm looking at your face since I arrived.
Ever. No, it's
Since I arrived 7 minutes ago.
Well, it's I mean,
that was the craziest experience.
You haven't been missing much. Did you know I have a beard? I'm beardier than I was.
You're beardier.
Not in the 7 minutes. It's been here the whole time.
Yeah.
Or has it? You guys don't know what I'm capable of. I'm very powerful.
And I'm only getting more powerful.
I'm only getting more powerful.
You haven't even taken your coat off.
I'm not gonna. I was just thinking, I caught a glimpse of myself in the front face, in the front facing camera, and I gotta say, I got a real longshoreman vibe going on right now.
Yeah.
I've got a real, I know what you did last
Windbreaker.
summer, but like not murdery. I've got a real Manchester by the sea. All of this is depressing. What is it? Why is there not ever a fun guy in a slicker? You know?
I'm sure there are some.
Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm going to spend this entire episode proving you can be fun in a slicker.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 126 of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcast. Guys, it's election day today, and I'm going to adjust this here. It's election day today, and this will come out tomorrow, post-election day, and we're not quite sure what frame of mind you guys will find yourselves in.
It's going to, guys, how about let's play it like this, because it's coming out tomorrow. Can you believe it? Can you believe that he or she is now in the White House and now the country's going to happen whatever he or she says?
And honestly, guys, and I certainly have, some hopes about the way this will go, but also, aren't you just ready for it to be done? For heaven's sake. There has to be some measure of relief that comes from just the end of the relentless cycle of
Yeah, that's what I was talking to somebody about it today, and it was just like, there's just one way or the other, it'll be nice to just not have it hanging over your head.
It really has been hanging for a really long time. And so, guys, I really hope that you all are in a good place today. I hope you're in a peaceful place.
I don't care what kind of place you guys are in.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Okay. This election has stirred up a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear for a lot of people, and we want to be sensitive to that. I myself have had a couple of very anxious days.
Hold on.
Okay. I've already taken one mental health walk for the day. I might take another. I don't know. But I have noticed this.
Go ahead.
My playlist is increasingly getting more aggressive.
Gangster rap. And here comes Ashley. Ashley rolls up to the polls listening to the Ghetto Boys.
Today I found myself listening to AC/DC just rage walking my neighborhood.
Weird.
Right?
Dude, you know what I think when I
don't
see
know.
a pastor lady walking? I always wonder if she's listening to Thunderstruck.
I was. That's the one I was
she-
listening to.
She's on a highway to hell right here. 2024. Guys, election cycle.
Listen. But I just... Oh, gosh.
That's my AC/DC. Yeah.
Whatever it looks like, guys, I'm hoping and praying that we can move forward and somehow begin to heal all of the divides, because there are many. And I encourage you to check in on your people this week. Check in on them, see how they're doing. Send them a funny meme to lift their spirits.
Send them something that'll make them laugh. Just send them a link to an AC/DC video. Get them revved.
Get them revved.
Get them revved up.
For whatever the future holds. But make a plan, guys. This is something I've been doing the past couple of days.
Go ahead.
Make a plan for how to carry on, no matter what this looks like, right? It will maybe give you some sort of a measure of peace, a little bit of a feeling of like you have control of your circumstances.
You don't. Guys.
I'm saying feel like you do.
Guys, the illusion of free will. Okay. That dog.
Leo's got an itch. He got a scratch.
And he also ran out of the room and got that loud toy to bring it back in here.
But listening back, I don't think you can hear it as much as we think the listeners can.
I've become numb to it because it's the soundtrack of my life.
Yeah. Pretty good impression of it.
It's awful.
So what have you been up to this past week or weekend? What's been going on?
Just kind of hanging out. It's not been a super big. I feel like this weekend was the first one in a while that I didn't have something to play or something to do, and so
it was rainy.
That's not true. I played on Friday.
Oh, liar.
I played on Friday for mom's friends.
Yes, you did.
I did.
What looked like a beautiful location.
I really was, and I plugged in
a barn.
And I went straight into Thunderstruck. You should have seen these broads in the mush pit. Here they are throwing bows.
Brandon.
It was Slam Dance City in between.
What a lovely group of women.
They were all
first of all
incredibly sweet, and I didn't play a single AC/DC song for them, but I did that.
Wouldn't have liked
but then other than that. Do you want to? I'm gonna step on. If you were gonna ask me if I've cooked anything delicious, because I got to tell you something.
Okay.
You know what I have never done. Well, I say this. I used to be in this particular business, but on my own from scratch, not in the restaurants. I've never perfected my own from scratch pizza dough recipe.
I heard this was happening over here.
I got to tell you, I did it twice over the weekend.
Wow. Carbs
for a total of 6 pies. 6 pies straight to the thighs.
Yes.
But I did, and I refined it and perfected it. And I got to tell you, the last pie I made, crispy, crunchy, just right, spot on. I'm pretty excited about it.
Did you cook them in the oven?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I stood over them with a hairdryer.
No, I didn't know if you grilled them. You know how Mom loves to do the grilled pizzas.
Yeah.
And so these were baked in the oven.
I did in the oven, and here's the thing.
Okay.
By the time I've perfected this dough recipe, someone's buying me a brick oven. It's gonna be a brick oven city.
Christmas
I'm gonna
present.
be like Guy Ferrari
out
in my
build one
backyard.
in the back.
Yeah, and I'm handy and real good at that sort of stuff.
Right.
I got a bunch of bricks left over from when they built the house.
Mortar.
I don't have any of it. But you know, I'm more rustic than that.
Just gonna stack them.
Spit and mud, baby. And then it's mud, and then I'm spackle, adobe, and then it's gonna be Flavor Town.
Nice. What'd you put on the pizza?
Nothing. Just ate the dough. It was the weirdest.
What'd you put on there?
So I made Benny obviously just a standard churst. But I did a couple of them. We did pepperoni mushroom. I did roasted cherry tomatoes prior to put them on there.
Nice.
Pepperoncinis on one, but one I made. Check this out.
Okay.
Confit garlic oil that I made from scratch. The confit garlic sprinkled throughout.
Yeah.
Churst, mozzarella churst.
Okay. Shredded or sliced?
Sliced on this one.
Yeah.
Italian sausage crumbled up all over it.
Yeah.
Goat cheese.
Okay.
Arugula.
I like it.
It was good.
Yay. That's quite the accomplishment.
Bene.
As they say.
I gotta say, as a person who's intimidated by anything like dough related, baking related,
I get that.
It's a thing because it's a science more so than
it's
just
alive.
I like to play jazz in the kitchen, baby. You want a sprinkle of this, a pepper of that, a little zhuzh.
He doesn't follow recipes.
Yeah, I am recipes.
Okay.
I zhuzh on the fly in real time, but you can't do that when you're dealing with chemical reactions.
Timing is key.
Timing is key. Don't judge. Don't judge.
That's very exciting. Did the family sign off?
They did. I think the first go round they were good, but everyone was being nice and saying, "Hey, for a first try, you didn't totally tank this one." But by day 2, I feel like I had refined it to a much better place, and it's only going to keep getting better from there. I've got pictures. I've got receipts.
Yeah.
Guys,
will you do this for the whole family at some time?
Not for yours.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
That's it.
Well, and Halloween was last week, which we'll get into here in just a bit because we got some things to debrief on that. But what a weekend we've had. Flooding rains. But wasn't it lovely? We haven't had rain in such a long time here.
I love that
Gosh, it was
they
nice.
did basically a snow day, but for tornadoes yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday morning, guys, we get a wake-up call, rude awakening, from the National Weather Service, which we're grateful for. Thanks, guys. Sponsor us, National Weather
You
Service.
did a good job yesterday, guys.
Yeah. But also from the sirens,
Yeah, sure.
and this was at 6:15
Yeah.
a.m.
In the AM.
In the a.m.
In the AM.
So I was about to wake up and start waking people up for school, flip on the TV, and there's a line of storms moving through the metro area.
Yeah.
And did any of those produce tornadoes yesterday? I don't know that they did.
I just kept hearing the sirens. I don't know if any tornadoes touched down
Yesterday.
yesterday.
The day before
there wasn't. It was, and there
was bad.
there are people dealing with the aftermath of that, which is always the worst.
Out in Choctaw and South OKC.
Like Del City area,
Yes.
right?
So unfortunate.
But I don't
Sorry,
know if any
guys.
of them materialized yesterday.
Right.
But it was a better safe than sorry scenario
Right.
with the staying home.
Well, and they did, because it was going to be right during the morning drive.
Yeah.
So they went ahead and called school. They also said, hey, there's going to be another round coming through, like at lunch.
Yeah.
And anytime they don't have to have children at school during a tornado, they're going to do that. So, yeah, we got
Listen,
kind of an
I got-
unexpected day off.
I got the work done that I needed to get done, but then there was a pocket of time whenever there weren't like tornado warnings. So I shot out and picked up some Mexican food and brought it home.
Nice.
It ended up being a nice little work from home day.
Nice little
Not too
day.
bad. Not
Agreed.
too bad.
But yeah, it was kind of wild. So last week I shared with you guys, we recorded on Tuesday. I shared with you that I was going to attempt to vote early on Wednesday, which was the first day of early voting in Oklahoma. I did that. I was able to do that, but I arrived. There were 2 locations in Oklahoma County where you could vote early last week. And the one I went to was here in town. I showed up. It was at the Multi-Arts Center at Mitch
Right.
Park. So I show up. The parking lot is absolutely packed to the gills. Absolutely slammed. There is like a police watchtower out front, and there's a heavy police presence. So I get out of my car. I finally find a spot, start walking up to the building, and I realize that the line is wrapped completely all the way around the building,
Okay.
all the way in the back, like almost doubling around itself. So as I'm walking up, I'm like, am I doing this? Am I going to do this? How long is this going to take? So I think, okay, I'm here. I'm going to do this. I have a water with me. I'm doing it. So I get in line and I start talking to people around me. And you never know in that situation what it's going to be like, right? Like tensions are kind of high.
I don't talk to strangers.
It's a little, yes, you do.
I do not.
You 1000% do. I've been with you when you've done it. And strangers love you. Strangers talk to you.
That's true. Strangers do love me. But I don't tolerate them.
Okay.
It's right there in the name.
You make
They're
friends.
strange. And I can't. It rhymes with danger. I was taught my whole life, don't talk to them.
You do, though. I've been with you. You're great with strangers.
They love
They
me.
take to you like moths to a flame.
Yeah, I'm the Pied Piper of strange people.
Stop. So I get in line, and it's kind of a breezy, it's kind of chilly morning, but I'm there alone. So I start talking to this woman in front of me. She's about my age. Her name was Stephanie. Okay. So like old. Her name was Stephanie. And we start chit-chatting. And then there's a couple in front of us. At least I think they're a couple. Come to find out they're brother and sister.
I know a lot of old Stephanies. Stephanie feels like a young person name.
Like Ashley.
Well. Ashley was a young person name.
So was Stephanie.
Till you took it and ran with it.
Straight into my 40s. So I'm sitting there talking. I'm talking to Stephanie. I'm talking to Janet and Hal. Janet and Hal are brother and sister. They're in their 60s. And I texted you after this, Brandon, because it was such a sweet relationship they had. And it reminded me of us. And you said, ew.
Yeah. And that's how I still feel.
You texted back, ew.
I stand by it.
And I said, this brother and sister, they're in their 60s and they still travel together.
Ew.
They still hang out together.
Yeah.
They're voting together.
Hal.
I love it.
Hey, Hal.
Hal was precious. Janet and Hal were precious.
They seem like it.
They absolutely were. Then I turn around only to realize that a friend from the past, Sissa, and her son, Drayden, were behind me. we used to be in a small group together, and
Sissa and Drayden are very unique names.
I know.
I've never heard either of them.
I know. They're great. So during our nearly 3-hour wait, we really did push past the awkwardness, the strangeness, and we talked for 3 hours. And gosh, I needed that experience. I needed to be reminded that the political process can be civil, can even be enjoyable and uplifting. Leo, he's going to bring it back, you know.
I know, this is...
That you just started a game of fetch. But
I don't even want to be with myself for 3 hours. What are you doing with people for 3 hours? That's nuts.
It was wonderful. It really, really was. And I felt like I had accomplished something afterwards. I needed...
That's like a viewing of Titanic. You were talking to people for an entire viewing of the Titanic film.
It was.
It's too long.
It was really, really special. And for me personally, I needed to vote early this year. I think because I've been feeling so just kind of angsty. This is something that really interests me and has interested me for the last year. Specifically, Pacifically, where politics and religion intersect. And I think we've seen that a lot in this election.
Yeah.
Brandon?
Yeah.
His eyes are glazing over.
No, it's good. This is good content.
Okay. But anyway, I got it done. I made some precious friends in the process. And my goodness, I'm grateful. I'll probably never speak to them again, except Sissa, because we already had contact. But
You were like, yo, Hal, hit me on Insta.
Hit me up on Instagram.
Hit me on Talk.
It was wonderful.
Ting tong.
I learned so many beautiful things about them. For example, Hal just got his first and only ever hole-in-one on a golf course in Oklahoma City.
I don't like that.
That's amazing. His sister told me about it, and she was so proud.
I've never gotten a hole-in-one.
Well, I know.
And this is a zero-sum game. If Hal gets a hole-in-one, that means I didn't get that hole-in-one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Abundance, schmabundance. I'm scarcity.
Well, maybe by the time you're 66, you'll get one. Because he was 66, big sister was 69. That's just like us. I would be bragging on you if you got a hole-in-one, but you didn't.
I know. Dude, thank you. That's good. That's helpful.
Okay.
I'm going to go get a spite hole-in-one just to shut you up. I'm playing golf next week. Watch. It's happening. Next week's my week.
Please.
Manifest Chester by the sea. I'm stepping up. I'm getting it. You're giving me Hal's number. Okay. You're giving me Hal's address.
I don't
I'm
know.
taking
I
that
don't
ball.
even know Hal's last name.
I'm taking that ball to Hal's house. I'm holding it right in his face. And I'm going to say, you think you're better than me? Hal, you think you're better than me?
He'll say, I'm sorry. Have we met?
You met my sister at the polls. She was the one who's slightly older than you. I don't understand why this character's from Boston. Kind of.
Are you from Boston?
You know why? It's because he said you think you're better than me, and that's one of the most Boston things you can say.
Right.
Because yes, I do, guys. Yes, I do.
Okay, so that was my day on Wednesday. I got home from my day of voting, and I found
which is funny because you said it from my day of voting because it was a full day of voting.
Legitimately. So I get home from my day to find this package on my porch. Those of you guys who follow me on Instagram will have seen this on my stories. So on this box, it was an Amazon box. My neighbor had written, "I'm sorry I opened it, Lori, my sweet neighbor Lori." So
That's a federal offense, Lori.
Well, there was some confusion because I had a box of hers.
There's going to be some confusion on cell block D whenever Lori gets put up on a stretch.
It was an honest mistake. So I opened the box to find a human face.
Sure.
It's a human face and it's folded perfectly. It was my son's crying baby mask for Halloween.
Yeah.
My immediate thought was,
poor Lori.
Oh, Lori, I'm so sorry. Also, we're not weird.
Lori immediately ordered a fresh pair of pants on Amazon.
and an extra Ring camera pointed it straight at our house.
What is going on next door?
What's happening with the Engles?
I feel like that's only a better story if it happened in like June.
Yeah, right.
So it's like not
at
around
least it was the day before Halloween.
Right. They could at least kind of justify it.
Oh my gosh. But it is a terrifying mask. And it's a crying baby and it was Harrison's mask that had been delayed. And I was super grateful to have the opportunity to circle back with Lori. Mm-hmm. She came over on Halloween and brought our kids some full-size candy bars. Shout out.
Do you know what I say to Lori? That's what you get. You look in people's mail, and you get a little scare. You get a little whoop.
I'm sure she was so scared. It wasn't wrapped in anything.
No.
It wasn't covered with anything.
It was wrapped in human flesh. It looked, I've seen the mask. It looks like a human face. It looks
totally does.
it looks like you
In
were
agony.
receiving mail from Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
A crying face.
It seriously is. It's literally like he got done with it and was like, I don't know, send it to the Ingles.
It was amazing. But I thought, oh, Lori. And she laughed about it. She was real sweet. Okay. Then we got sent her toilet paper. So tradesies,
I mean,
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to skip on. So Thursday was Halloween.
yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just so you know.
Good. This is good for those keeping score.
What was Benny?
Disappointed.
Well, you guys had a costume
No,
911.
I made it. Well, it wasn't a 911. It was a moment of potential panic.
Okay.
That listen, I'm not the stepfather. I'm the father that stepped up. We made it happen in real time.
Well, you're not either of those things.
I just stepped up. I'm one of those things.
Okay. Got it. Continue.
Anyways, but he was supposed to be a Shy Guy, which is a Mario character, a deep cut Mario character.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't
because my
know.
kid's he's not playing the hits.
No.
He was a spaceship one year, not an astronaut, a spaceship.
was
He goes as more
awesome.
conceptual things. He went as a swim lesson once. I don't know. It's actually got to give a shout out to he who doesn't listen to this, but my buddy Jake Wilkins from college said that his dream costume was to go as a swim lesson. It's high concept, guys. So
I love that.
because you have to explain it. Oh, are you a swim teacher? No. What are you? Are you like a swimmer?
Lifeguard?
No. What are you, Michael Phelps? No, I'm a swim lesson.
Okay.
I'm the notion of a swim lesson.
Next year, guys, we all go as notions.
I actually love it.
I'm going to go as a voter,
Yeah.
a voting line friend.
Yeah, no, but that's even just too specific.
Okay.
You have to go as impending election dread.
Okay. That's what I'm dressed as today. I'm wearing a sweatsuit.
I'm the downfall of society.
The fall of an empire. Oh, gosh.
It's actually really good. In a moment of panic, the Shy Guy mask kept getting delayed.
Probably got sent to Lori.
It probably, Lori's wearing it. But we had gotten him a red sweatshirt.
Okay.
And so my first thought was, I was like, hey, buddy, let's paint your face like a skeleton, strap you on a guitar. Coco, because Coco wears a red sweatshirt.
Yeah.
But Ben goes, no. And I was like, what? He goes, I don't want to be Coco.
How dare you?
I agree. And I won't remember you, bud. And Poco Loco. But he then we were trying to think, and he loves this video game called Pikmin.
Yes.
Another deep cut that no one knows about.
No one.
Pikmin are little red, blue, yellow, purple creatures. Mm-hmm. The purple Pikmin are the big ones, and so he calls them Thickman, which I think is hilarious.
That is funny.
But he had a red sweatshirt, so I said to him, let's make you a red Pikmin, because a Pikmin's really just a red creature with a big stem off its head.
Yeah.
So then I go to the ladies' hosiery section at Target. Smash cut to Brandon meandering around the ladies' hosiery section, trying desperately not to look like an absolute excuse me, dear, where's the hosiery? It has to be red.
And red's the worst color it could be.
Festive. So I get online and I think I'm standing just on the outskirts of the hosiery section, just because I don't want to loiter in hosiery.
Well, and it's adjacent to the undergarments.
Right. I mean,
Creepier.
right. I don't so I'm hanging on the outskirts. I'm in the aisle and I'll kind of get in there and be like, can I spot kid? Where's the red pantyhose? But
Trying to clog it so you can just grab it quickly.
But every time I do, some lady comes through shopping for unmentionables, and I'm sitting there. Like, what's worse, me shopping for him or be like, for a bank heist? Like, what am I doing? So I'm standing in the aisle online thinking, if I order these hosiery online, can I pick them up?
Oh my gosh. And meanwhile, they're 10 feet away.
They are. And because the floor is lava in the hosiery section. And so
Title.
Here, dude, the floor is lava in the ladies' hosiery section. And so I track down a lady and I say, excuse me.
A worker?
Nope.
Nope.
Just a lady who likes hosiery.
Okay.
No, a Target employee.
Okay, well, I didn't know.
And I said,
you were panicking. How should I know?
And I said, about this loud. I said, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
I promise it's for a costume. And then I paused for a second and I thought, but like not for like the legs, it's for like a head for a costume. I was like, but I see these, and I held my phone up in her face.
Yeah.
And I said, I see that these are available in stock.
Yeah.
I see that you have these red pantyhose in stock.
Yeah.
Can you tell me where they are? And she said, and she just pointed at the ladies' hosiery section where I'm hovering on the outskirts. And I wanted to be like, could you want to pop in there real quick for me? Can you pop in and grab me a pair? One size fits all. It doesn't matter. And so she goes, I think they're in there. I honestly don't know. It's not my section. And then she just, as if just vaporized, she's gone.
Bye.
Now here I am. And in the subsequent 30 seconds that I've been talking to her, hosiery's filled up. It's like everyone knew that it was the opportune time. Yeah. And so I have to then go through, and it's only okay if I know exactly where I'm going so I can beeline straight to it, grab it, and bounce.
Yeah.
Not the case. I had to spend a good 10 minutes in the hosiery section.
Yeah.
Found them eventually.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, came home. Oh, no.
Did you tell everyone while you were in there, were you like, these are for my son?
It's for my son.
But for a costume.
But for his face. He's going to be a Pikmin. You know Pikmin? He was going to be a shy guy. Guys, it's not... I'm a good dad. I'm a good dad, and I'm trying really hard to... Anyway.
And then you had to buy them. Did you go through self-checkout?
You better believe I went through self-checkout. I'm not trying to wind up on a list somewhere.
You're on video with them.
Dude, totally looking... And so then I leave there and go to Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
And I walk up to a guy and I say, do you have green felt? Because my kid has red pantyhose and he needs a green component because Pikmin they're like root veggies that move and they use their tails to whap people.
Yes.
And so then I go and I get that and I go home and I put it on him and that thing's too, it's like hanging down to the side. It's not a thing. So I think, okay, I need to fill this up with something. And I had just received an Amazon package with a bunch of inflatable air things in there.
Yes.
Pop those in there, and it stands straight up. It doesn't look right.
No.
It doesn't look right.
No.
And so then I think I'm gonna go to Party Galaxy.
Man,
and get one of those long balloons that a clown blows up. Yeah. Stuff that in the pantyhose. Yeah. And that way it'll kind of maintain some structural integrity, but and so I come back and I start trying to blow them up. My head almost explodes because I've gotten the helium ones. I can't blow it up with my face. So now I'm out in the garage searching for a bike pump. I find a bike pump.
Dad of the year here.
I'm able to position it. I blow up the balloon. I get it done.
Yeah, you did.
And I get it in the Pikmin head and I get it set up and he's walking around the house and then he makes some eyes out of paper.
Yeah.
And then he's a Pikmin.
And it really did look good. I don't even know what that is, but I could tell that he was something and that I could tell that a lot of effort had been put into it.
And I drop him off to go trick-or-treating with his friends.
Yeah.
I see a ghost. I see an Indiana Jones.
Nice.
I see us like a football boy. And they all went, first, who's that?
Because he had pantyhose over his face.
And then they go, and what are you?
And you know what? Ben probably took a lot of pride in that.
Dude, deep cuts.
He doesn't want to be, he wants to make you think.
They went, what are you? And he goes, I'm the concept of confusion.
Success.
You see.
I loved it. And good for you, Dad of the Year. Your son will never forget the lengths that you went to get that costume.
Never forget the day that his dad milled around the hosiery section of Target off 2nd Street for 45 minutes trying to find pantyhose for his face. Mazel tov, kid.
I loved it. Well, our kids, Harrison wore a gigantic onesie and the crying baby mask.
Sure.
Asher had a costume change. He started out the evening with a fantastic, kind of a grumpy old lady mask
Sure.
with built-in hair. It was.
God, crying baby, grumpy old lady.
Yeah.
Your kids went as generational trauma.
They did.
Is what your kids did.
We were a concept, a notion.
Hope was an angsty teen. You got a crying baby and a sad old woman.
We've covered it all.
We are generational trauma.
So Asher, he went as a grumpy old lady at first, and he looked fantastic. But the problem was he could not see out of the mask, and it was not comfortable.
Sure.
So he ended up wearing an old werewolf mask from the past to trick or treat.
Sure.
As you do. But Hope went as a Black Widow spider.
Yeah.
And we found a really cool headband thing and kind of built her costume out from that. But what was cool is Jeff got to join us on Halloween this year for the first time in several years. Mm-hmm. So he and Hope went around our neighborhood.
Sure.
And had the best time. Our neighborhood's kind of great for Halloween. It's kind of great. When we first moved into our neighborhood, there were no young families.
And
Now
there
it's
still
like
aren't.
all young
And there
families.
still aren't, because you're still there.
We were a young family back then, but now there's all these families and it's great and people go all out. So there are like haunted houses in people's yards, haunted tunnels,
I don't
a
like that.
lot of inflatables.
I
Why
like
don't
that.
you like that?
I don't like it. Why don't I like going into a haunted tunnel?
Yeah. To get to people's front door. How fun is that?
Don't like it because there's some teenager in there looking to spook me.
Well, you don't have to go in.
Looking to spook me.
There's an option. You can do the scary tunnel or you can go out to the side and it's less creepy for like the little ones.
Yeah, but now what am I? Scaredy daddy?
Wiener.
I'm a Halloweener. Here he comes. Next door neighbor can't even walk through. Can't even earn his candy apples. He won't even go in the trash bag tunnel
You get only one piece of you get a dum-dum
for fear that
because that's what you are.
Braden's gonna hop out with a chainsaw without a chain on it. Ving, ging, 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 ging. Here comes Scaredy Daddy.
Speaking of being scared, I got this doorbell this year that you stick onto your doorbell, but it has an eyeball that opens up and like looks around and it has
that's
a
fun.
creepy voice. It's very fun, but it is kind of scary. So there was a tiny little turtle, just a little turtle boy who came up onto my porch with his dad.
Sure.
What's your face doing?
I thought you were talking about a proper turtle at first, and I was like, this story.
A turtle child.
This story has legs.
And he wasn't a ninja turtle. He was just a turtle.
Defenseless?
Defenseless against my doorbell.
Oh my gosh.
He was probably 2.5.
Okay.
And he came on my porch and I said, would you like, I was trying so hard. I really decked out my porch and I got to pass out candy while Hope and Jeff went trick-or-treating. I said, would you like to ring my scary doorbell? And he goes, yeah. And so his dad lifted him up and he rang it and it scared him so bad. I felt so bad. I gave him extra candy. And then
I'm a total.
a total. It scared me. And then I had a projector doing bats on our garage door. I'm telling you, I went all out.
I had a projector running Silence of the Lambs on a loop.
And then he perked right up.
He was fine.
He loved it. So
Doctor Lacto.
I felt so bad. But yeah, the boys were back and forth between houses in the neighborhood hanging out. A bunch of them ended up in the Bullfrog at one point. They played ping pong, video games, as you do. But first, before all the trick-or-treating, we met up at Mom and Dad's
Go
house.
ahead. Yes, you were buffering for a second there. I saw the little rainbow wheel on your forehead just
It's
going in a
election day.
circle.
It's election day, okay. Cut me some slack.
No. Power down.
We went to Mom and Dad's house
Yep.
for chili and witch's brew.
Yep.
Per tradition.
And pigs in a blanket.
And pigs in a blanket.
I ate 1,000 of them,
Yeah.
and I still
I'm recovering.
am recovering.
Seeping out of my
Oh
pores.
my gosh.
But that was super fun. And so, but because we went there, I was worried that there would be trick-or-treaters coming to the house before I got back in time. So I left a bowl and did the note, please take 2 pieces so there's enough for everybody. So on the way home, I'm in the car and I get a ring notification on my phone. And I look and there's a sumo wrestler and a fairy.
Yeah.
And they got handfuls.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, my candy.
Coincidentally, the fairy was the one that did it. The sumo wrestler was actually trying to be good, stick to his diet.
And so I thought, I'm going to do this. So I did the microphone feature.
Yeah, you did.
And I was like, hi. And they looked and dropped all the candy.
I love it.
And I said, Happy Halloween. And they said, Happy Halloween. And I said, please only take 2 pieces so there's enough for everybody. And they said, okay, bye.
Hooligans. Hooligans.
But I've never seen children look so scared.
So we every year, we go out and take Benny around.
Yes.
This was the first year that he went with his buddies.
Which I love.
So we didn't have candy just because we don't ever get it, and we didn't think about it.
Yeah.
We came home, and Ben's suggestion goes, he was like, hey, just put a bowl out that says take just one, but empty. So it looks like someone's already jacked all the candy.
Did you do that?
No, but it was a great idea. So here's what we do. It's kind of diabolical, and I love it.
Benjamin.
That's called life hacks, baby.
We got candy.
He went as diabolical for Halloween. No, so we come in and we do the thing where it's like, just shut off the lights. We're going to sit in the living room. We're going to watch Halloween.
Okay.
Because hadn't watched any like scary movies this year just because Ben, whatever, doesn't like them.
Yeah.
And so I go, just turn off the lights, pop on the movie, and we'll just sit in here. No one will ring the doorbell. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
10 seconds. Doorbell.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud of this.
Oh, no.
Lindsay was out of the room. She's like, I'm going to the bedroom. We're watching in the bedroom. She leaves. And she comes out just long enough to see me. I have heard the doorbell, and I have curled up on the floor, and I'm hiding from a child behind a chair.
Oh, my gosh, Brandon.
And I hear the child outside to their parents go, I see people. And I'm curled up in a ball on the floor, and the kids won't leave, right? So eventually, I have to start going, no candy, no candy. I was so scared to confront a child. I should have just stood up and gone, I'm so sorry we don't have candy. But instead, at 42 years of age, I curled up in a ball behind a Pottery Barn chair. And eventually, as a last resort, in a sheepish whimper, went, no candy. There's no candy. It's not. That was what I did.
Lesson learned. Next year, either empty
bowl
or have some candy, for heaven's sakes.
Oh, no.
Don't be the Scrooges of Halloween.
Empty bowl. I did at one point say, when we first got home, I go, should I go to Walgreens and get some candy? And Lindsay goes, it's like $20. And I went, yeah,
It was very
true.
expensive this year, I will say. Man, well, lesson learned. You know you've got a big trigger. Then did it continue to ring all night?
Honestly, no, because we turned off all the lights and hung out back in the bedroom and watched a movie. But no, next year I'm just gonna get a bigger chair.
Better blinds.
Yeah, it's really all I mean. I just need a bigger chair and better blinds.
Oh my God, I bet you guys have tons of kids. Your neighborhood has a lot of families.
Just 2 this year.
Only 2.
Because they went and spread the word that a cowardly man's hiding behind a chair. And the funny thing is, it was just such fight or flight instinct that kicked in. I didn't even think. I just balled up. It's like, what would I'd like to think I'd like to think I'm a brave guy, but like, what would, if this is how I react to a child ringing my doorbell, what am I going to do if a bear attacks me? What am I going to do if I'm in legitimate danger? I literally played dead. So a kid dressed as Tinkerbell, I see people. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to make him deal with me.
That's my favorite thing.
And you wonder why I won't go down a haunted tunnel. I'm not even safe in my own home.
I love it. I love it so much. Okay. Well,
trick, treat, or retreat? Retreat. Trick or retreat.
that actually might be the title. Well, my next questions are moot then.
Nope, I
was going to ask what the best costumes you saw were.
I saw that one kid.
Okay. And the costume wasn't that great. And then
No, I went as terrified of a child.
that was my concept, my notion.
High concept.
And then my next question, what kind of candy did you hand out? So
Disappointing candy.
you should have handed out balls of pizza dough,
Dude, here you go.
slices of homemade pizza.
Scraps.
Bless it. Okay. I will say this Halloween season, we didn't do great with our Halloween movie list. There was
Same.
just too much going on.
It felt busier
Yeah.
than previous years, and we commented on it too. We
Yes.
tried, but we didn't succeed.
We didn't. I would say I don't even know if we got half of them done. Not even half.
Same. And I listen, I'll tell you who hates to see me coming right now. Christmas movie season, because I'm guns
Going in
blazing.
hard.
Yeah, I already started the Harry Potters because they're my
Yep.
they're my November.
Yep.
And then it's from coming for you Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm coming for
I
you.
support it. And guys, again, whatever you need to do to help yourself feel comfort, to help yourself feel peaceful, comfort shows, comfort movies. I have friends who put up their Christmas trees yesterday.
I mean, listen.
And I say, I have been leaning hard into soups. I shared that last week.
Sure, it's soup season.
Soup season, but just comfort season. I got all the candles going. Whatever makes you feel comfortable and peaceful in this
Get souped.
election aftermath.
Get souped.
Get
souped, idiots.
Idiots. Oh. Okay, but you mentioned that you guys watched Coraline for the first time.
I've seen Coraline.
Oh.
Ben saw it for the first time. I
Ben saw it for
think.
the first time. And it is a very creepy film.
There's an aesthetic there.
Yeah. But so it kind of reminded me that there are many of these movies that we watch that the first time we see them, like, or as children, it doesn't register with us just how creepy or scary they actually are. And I came across this article from BuzzFeed the other day, and the title of it is 21 Movies That Basically Scarred an Entire Generation.
Okay.
So I wanted to share some of these with you because we've touched on some of these.
You're killing it with the lists
I know.
lately.
I really am.
You're kind of doing great with the lists lately.
Thank you. It's kind of fun. They keep feeding them to me. All right. So number one, this is one that I have never seen all the way through, but I know that this one really scarred a lot of people. Do you remember The Brave Little Toaster?
Yeah.
Okay. The junkyard was the first time I recall really understanding death exists and will come for everyone eventually.
Sure.
The Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a scared little guy he is.
No, he was brave. It's in the title.
Well, it's true, but in this particular photo, he looks terrified. Okay, the second one I resonated with big time. I saw this in the theater. Probably you were there. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Love the dip. The dip is what got you.
Dip. The little shoe.
Yeah.
The whimpering shoe.
That's a gnarly scene.
Yes.
I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit, though.
It's very sexual.
I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Jessica is... I watched it with my children and I thought, Jessica Rabbit?
She's not bad.
You trollop.
She's just drawn that way. She says it. It's
true.
one of her famous lines. And she's out here patty caking with every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes along.
It's true. One of those movies. That was a really good run.
Thank you.
But it's one of those that you watch and you're like, oh gosh, Jessica Rabbit, voluptuous. Listen, sorry kids, cover your eyes.
She out here now.
When she's singing that song.
I gotta say,
Okay.
cartoon crush, Lola Bunny and Jessica Rabbit, big into rodents.
Do you know who mine was? And I saw someone affirm this the other day, and I cannot remember where I saw this. You're probably going to know. But it was Robin Hood.
Yeah, totally. He's jaunty.
The
He's
fox.
robbing from the rich and stealing from the poor. Oodalolly, golly,
know.
what a day.
And somebody said it the other day on a show or something, and I was like, oh my gosh, me too.
He's a fox.
Okay,
He's
so-
a total fox.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? And then the scene, the eye-bulging maniac, you know.
Oh yeah, Christopher Lloyd
at the end.
Judge.
Terrifying.
The judge. He that movie to me is underappreciated because it was such a technological marvel.
It's very violent for a cartoon.
What else about it?
I'm just saying.
It's too sexual. It's too violent. What's going on with Jessica?
I didn't say two. I'm just saying for children, you
All right.
watch it as an adult with your children, and you're like,
What's next? I won't sit here and listen to you.
E.T..
Yeah, okay. The clothes hamper.
Horrifying.
Yeah. Ouch.
Horrifying.
Yeah, we had no idea.
No, it just sad, anxiety inducing.
Yeah, made me eat so many Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
I blame it. I blame E.T. That's when it started for me, for your boy.
Number 4, yeah, the movies that scarred an entire generation. Number 4, The Land Before Time.
Yeah.
Saddies.
Yeah. Littlefoot.
Littlefoot, parents and people you count on could or will die, and it made me realize that I was going to die too. This is what this says.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah. Well.
Lost his mother. The horrible death scene.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I'll tell you this. Disney will kill a mom.
Disney will kill.
Disney will kill a mom.
I don't know if that was Disney.
Well, they will though. Walt Walt Disney is the number one killer of mothers in history.
Statistically speaking. Okay, number 5, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
The scene going through the tunnel.
The boat.
The haunted tunnel.
And that's where it started.
There's no way of knowing where we're good. And he goes on that Gene Wilder rant. Oh, it's so good.
His hair.
So good.
But this person says they were scared of the Oompa Loompas. I wasn't scared of the Oompa Loompas.
That's dumb. That's a dumb take.
Yeah, agree. Number 6, Watership Down.
I was scared of the wild-eyed chocolatier who, with zero regard for the safety of his tour.
Well, and the pictures that were flashing on the sides.
Get glooped, idiot. Here. Also, we've talked about it on the pod. Thicken up the chocolate in the river.
Thicken up the river.
It's too thin.
Yeah, it's like mud.
Yeah, go ahead.
Watership Down.
Yeah, the rabbits.
Mm-hmm. The rabbits.
I'm indifferent on this one.
Okay. Number 7, Old Yeller.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Old Yeller.
I would rather watch a human person die in a movie than a dog.
Yeah.
Said it.
Said it.
Said it.
I think a lot of people would say that. Number 8, we've talked about this, The Never-Ending Story.
The sadness. Artex. The scene. There is no more hopeless scene in the history of cinema. Come at me with it. Try to find one. A more hopeless scene than Atreyu trying to pull Artex, his trusty steed, through the sadness. Mm-hmm. Oh,
I know.
Dark.
Yeah. Beautiful white horse sinking under that mud.
Dude.
That whole movie was creepy, but I like it a lot. Number 9.
Don't give in to the sadness. High concept.
And that will, yeah, they keep zeroing in on that horse's beautiful eye.
Yeah.
You sad.
Sad
horse.
Equine.
The Wizard of Oz.
No.
Crindy said as a child she had to leave.
Was it the monkeys?
The monkeys scared her. She had to go in the lobby.
Ah.
Number 10, and we've talked about this, The Return to Oz.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Horrifying.
The Wheelies.
I had to leave that one. Wheelers and Mombi.
Mombi with the head. Mombi,
switching out
Mombi has aged worse in terms of being scary. Mm-hmm. The Wheelers hold up, though.
Oh, the way they just... Jeff has an irrational fear of people on stilts.
Go ahead.
And that's...
We're going to need a whole episode around this because what?
And the Wheelers are kind of like that. You know, they've got their long appendages. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeff can't with stilts. We'll dig into that.
Yup.
All right. Number 11, The Witches.
Uh-huh. It's great.
Angelica Houston. We watched the new one last weekend. It's also scary. Anne Hathaway.
Go ahead.
12, Pinocchio.
Okay.
Well, the children get turned into donkeys.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
They were already acting like them.
Swallowed by a whale.
Yeah.
Terrifying puppet show guy, Stromboli.
Geppetto.
Geppetto's lovely.
You think that? Dude, wild-eyed dude that lives alone and makes puppets to talk to? Dude's in a support group with the man with the yellow hat and Dave from the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Just dudes who hang out. God, you know what? I'm on a path. I won't talk to strangers. I'm going to wind up living alone and making a puppet boy to hang out with. And eventually, he'll abandon me to go to the carnival with the cigar boys and get turned into a donkey.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. You know what? I don't think we're going to have time to finish all of these because we are going to have to end a little bit early today so we can pick up our children. I'll just list them. Number 13, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Okay.
Good movie, but scary. 14, Coraline, the aforementioned. 15, The Secret of Nim.
Oh, yeah, rats.
Oh, terrifying film. And I watched that as a young child. 16 Labyrinth.
Love it.
Whimsical. 17 Bridge.
Dance, magic, dance.
Good one. Bridge
Jump,
to Terabithia.
magic, jump. Okay.
Sad. 18 Gremlins. We've talked about that.
Love it.
19 Fire in the Sky.
Okay.
Never seen it. 20 Jaws. 21 Bambi. Disney will kill them all.
Disney will kill them all.
Yeah, they will. Okay, how is your algorithm?
It's a lot of, I don't remember her name, but have you seen the Chicken Shop Date show? It's this British gal who interviews people.
Oh,
She's funny.
okay.
She just started showing up. I don't know.
I got a lot of Christmas cocktails in mine.
Sure.
A lot of them. They're beautiful cocktails. I don't know why.
Well,
Maybe they're just trying to feed them to me because they know that I'm anxious about the election.
drink up.
Drink up. Drink up, America.
Drink up, America. Merry Christmas.
Bottoms up.
Merry friggin' Christmas.
Okay. What you been watching, reading, or listening to?
Started the Harry Potters. And I'm so excited.
And that'll keep you busy for a while. They're so good. And this is the perfect time of year.
That's why I'm doing it.
Does your fireplace light?
No, it never has. Okay. Thanks. Here she comes.
Oh, what? I'm just curious.
It has never. And I thought it was because the key wasn't long enough. I ordered a key on Amazon. It's long enough. It doesn't work.
Call the chimney sweep. They'll come and fix you up.
Swindled.
Yeah. Because one of my favorite things is to sit in front of the fire and watch her.
I'll bet. I'll bet. It sounds positively delightful.
Stop. Okay. I started and I'm almost finished with the Martha documentary on Netflix. Martha Stewart.
Yeah, Lindsay started it. I'm not watching it.
What a life.
Okay.
What a lady.
Okay.
I have a lot of thoughts. Hope and I have been zipping through this book series, Keeper of the Lost Cities.
Okay.
It's so good. If you have a teen, particularly preteen girl,
I don't.
they will.
I don't. I do
love
have some pantyhose,
this.
but I don't. We don't have.
Okay. What is your warm heart?
Oh gosh. I don't know.
Pizza?
Yep.
Hiding from children?
Yes, that's it. That kid didn't get the best of me.
Okay, well, if you think of a better one.
I
That's my
won't.
voting line, friends. And I know I talked about that for a long time, but that was very important for me.
Ew.
Stop it. So, guys, take care of yourselves. Hang in there. We're going to get through this together. It's going to be okay.
Get souped.
Get soup.
Get souped, idiots.
America.
Get souped, America.
All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Get souped. Bye.